This will be Chapter 5, Section 5, number 11 here. Student requested me to go through this one, so I will. Alright, here is the problem. Right here. Solve for x. 3 raised to the x plus 4 equals 5 raised to the x minus 2. In Chapter 5.5, actually in Chapter 5, it's all about logarithms and exponents. But going to the end of the chapter, I'm going on page 464, as you can see here. I'm going to identify the formula which will help you solve this one. And the formula is this one right here. And why I'm able to use that is because of this double edge thing, which is equivalence. And in this case, m equals n. So here's m in this case, this thing right here, and this would be n. So because this is true, I'm able to use this formula. Log base a of m is equal to log base a of n. And let me show you how I'm going to do that. So I go over here and take this thing off the board here. And let me move over to this one. Okay, here's our equation right now. And I'm going to add a new equation in. So here's the problem. 3 raised to the x plus 4, and this was m, this was n. So now I'm going to be able to put in a second here. Using an editor in math is just not ever very good. And I'm going to take the logarithm of both sides. And let's see how this is going to work out here. I may have to actually put something up here. Nope, that's good. That's good. I have the problem in my hands. Now I'll use another property here. And let's bring this back up. Notice this property right and let's see where it would be. This one right, it's called the power rule. And notice this little p right here. Because it's in the exponent spot next to m, I can actually bring this thing in front of the logarithm. It's a power rule. This is one of the rules of logarithms. So let me go back to here. And I'm now going to move this x plus 4 and x minus 2 in front of these things. And you'll see what happens after I start doing this. So, let us proceed. I need to create another, I need to edit here. And I'll do copy. And let me see what I have here. I will have this is just not that easy. Alright. Shoot. Bear with me as I do this. Try this again. Alright. As you can see, the x minus 2 is now in front of the log 5. X plus 4 is in front of log 3. And you'll, in a second here, you'll get to see more of what I'm going to be doing. So, I now need to pause just for a moment. Alright, let us continue. The next thing I'm going to do is I can either divide both sides by log of 5 or both sides by log of 3. I'm going to choose to divide both sides by log of 3. So to do that, this is how it looks after I get done doing the division. And copy. And this will end up looking like this in just a moment. Oops, one more time. I needed to put it in parentheses. Okay. Alright, so look at this. We're almost at a spot where I'm going to turn it over to you to work with. But here I need to do one thing, and that's going to be use the calculator here. And what I'm going to do is divide log of 5, divide by log of 3. So let's do that. So let me turn it on. And second, quit. Okay, so we use log of 5, parentheses, divided by log of 3, parentheses, enter. And there's what I have. So I'm going to now substitute for this log of 5 divided by log of 3. And I'm going to put this 1.46 here. 1.46497351. So let's go ahead and do that. And once again, I need to get a new equation in here so you can see what happens next. And this will be x plus x plus 4 is equal to x minus 2, and that's going to be multiplied by this 1.4973521. 4973521. So, at this point, I'm going to turn this thing over to you, since this is now a simple algebra problem with a really nasty decimal here. And so you will need to distribute, and let me just make a note here. You'll need to distribute this over to the x, and also to the x to the negative 2. And then you will be using good old algebra to finish the problem. And what you will come up with is 14.9040, and that would solve the problem. Notice that, and let me annotate this one more time just so you can see why we're able to, what they're asking for here. Type an integer or a decimal, do not round until the final answer. So that is why I use that whole nasty result of the calculator. Then round to 4 decimal places as needed. Use a comma to separate answers as needed should you have more than one answer. You're not going to. So the result of the calculator, you want to use that and then do your rounding at the very end. But if they would have said, give an exact answer, you would not have been able to do any calculator work. You would have left it with the words log in it. That's an exact answer. So, on that note, I am concluding this video.